Sitka spruce.
Spruce, western hemlock, and Douglas fir.
It's the trifecta of allergies. We have just completed 24 hours and 20 minutes of rest. We're exhausted. Other than to feed the dogs and drive 40 minutes each direction to get enough signal to check in with our family back home, we've done nothing. We almost didn't film yesterday when everything was going wrong. But we have to remember, we are not content creators. We're not YouTubers per se. We're people that are documenting our journey, and we're allowing you to come along for the ride. So we're not going to make everything sunny and pretty and cosmetic looking for you. We're just going to show you what it looks like to live this lifestyle and be RV lifestyling it. So we owe it to you to show you what it really looks like. We're giving you the real picture there. We were so tired. We woke up this morning not even remembering. We're staying at the Sol Duc campground, which is connected to the Sol Duc Hot Springs resort. So we have now summoned up the energy to drag our buns over and get a soak. Let's go.
Everything's nice. They're always nice, right?
It is very different than just a hot tub or a hot bath. It's very relaxing.
It is very
It
relaxing.
always heals up our aches and pains.
It does. After 24 hours of rest, that's exactly what we needed. These were a little different than any hot springs. They sell blocks of time.
Hour and a half chunks of windows there that you can go.
Yep. So you may want to check before you go the time schedules, because I'm sure it's somewhere in the information we have. Be sure to download that because you won't have internet to check it. That's for
Once
sure.
you get here, you're shooting blind.
But they were very nice, very crowded.
Okay, we do need to address this to manage your expectations. Very crowded. I went back in the locker room to change, and there was nowhere to even put my clothes down. So I'm still wearing my bathing suit right now with a towel.
Bad.
It was bad. And there was a line, and the facilities are nice, by the way. The locker rooms are nice, the showers are nice. But in the women's, because it's a block of time, everyone's leaving around the same time. So there was a line of probably 20, 25 women while I was in there. Now, it's a little walking path here from there to the hot spring. So we'll go shower in our own shower. No big deal. We are going to throw a few snacks in the car. Here's the thing about Olympic National Park, and we knew this coming in. A, there's no cell surface. I don't know why we forgot that. It's really expansive. Think Glacier, think Yellowstone. It's not one of those parks you can knock out in a day. So we knew coming in here, we have a charter date in Oregon coming up that we're trying to meet. We knew we were not going to get to see everything in Olympic Park. So we picked the Sol Duc campground so that we would be close to something that's unique for our national parks in the United States that we wanted to see, which was the Hoh Rainforest. So we're going to head over there today. We think it's approximately an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes from Sol Duc, but we'll let you know.
Took us an hour and 10 minutes to get at the turnoff. It's 12 and a half miles to the entrance, and we're at another hour. So, and we're still not there. We just passed a sign that said the parking lot's full.
Part of the delay today is there is massive restoration going on as you come into the Hoh Rainforest Valley. And it looks like they're trying to save the roadway. They're reinforcing all the banks along the river down through there. So there's some manual stoplights. Today there were some flag workers because it is a weekday. We're not sure if this is the line to the parking lot or what we have found ourselves into now, but you need to plan a full day, probably for each area you go exploring in a park this size. So let's see what happens.
The information line said, this is the entrance to the parking. So it appears, and this is what we suspected back there. The parking lots fill up by mid-morning, 9, 10 a.m. And then they said an hour to 2 hour wait to get into the parking lot. And I guess what they do is when someone leaves, they bring another one through, because that's kind of the way we're going up. So people in front of us, they keep getting out, having sandwiches. I didn't understand it, but I guess they've been here a while. So we're now at what, an hour and a half?
Yeah, right on it.
Yep. For the 12.5 mile entrance.
Restroom back there. And suddenly they're letting a bunch more through the gate at once. Thankfully, he left the National Park Pass in the truck. It's his signature, not mine, but I don't know how closely they check the signatures. Anyway, once I get through the gate, I'm hoping there'll be somewhere I can pull over and wait for Jim, or he'll just have to wait here for me to go tour the Hoh Rainforest until I get back to pick him up. I don't know. Oh, I see him back there. Run, Jim, run. Totally going in without you.
Wow, I know. I was like,
What other options did I have?
all right, so
My only panic was, did he leave the National Park Pass? You did.
we're definitely back in America.
Yeah.
The people in the bathroom line, no patience. They don't do well with lines. They're screaming at cars behind us. 100%.
So
What happened to Tofino, that beautiful?
I don't know.
Not here.
No fights have broken out, at least so far that we're aware of.
No, that's correct. But they were very upset.
Well, I was in a pickle on where the heck I was going to pull over to pick you back up. And then I thought, he'll be here when I get back. I'm going to go see the rain.
It kind of reminded me of 30 years ago. Just chasing after you over and over and over again.
You always seem to catch up just the right moment, because we are, in fact, about to go through. Going for the tourist post. 3 hours and 1 minute from when we left the Sol Duc campground to when we made it to the visitor center. We spent almost as much time waiting in lines of traffic as we did actual driving, so I really can't tell you. Minus the construction. And if you come early and beat the crowds, you can do much better than 3 hours. That I can tell you for sure. But we're here now.
Thought I was getting sick today. However, reading this sign, no.
Sitka spruce.
Spruce, western hemlock, and Douglas fir.
It's the trifecta of allergies.
No wonder, but it is absolutely beautiful.
It looks like the Spruce Trail and the River Trail, same trail there for a little while. I'm sure they split at some point.
You want to do the Spruce Trail?
I'm a little worried about you on a Spruce Trail. We have Benadryl somewhere?
That's a good point.
Not totally sure how that's still standing. It's gonna fall, right?
Right where I belong. I dig my heels into this dirt I love. I know that all I have is more than enough. These are the best days of my life. I'm right where I belong. Tall trees line these rolling hills. I've driven.
Oh no! Worse than Jim's allergy to pine and spruce. I am allergic to yellow jackets. So apparently if I stay on the trail, it's going to help me. I'm also going to pull down my sleeves to say a little prayer.
It did
Okay, it opened up.
for just a moment.
Yeah.
A little pull off so you could look at it. River's really low, but I mean, I've been in spring. This is
You know, it's got to be amazing.
phenomenal. Yeah.
Some beautiful trees in here, but I still think Calamasas is more bang for the buck. Because we have such a short amount of time here trying to get down to Oregon, and we cannot do Hurricane Ridge. If you go past the Sol Duc campground, there's the trail to the Sol Duc Falls. And we're tired. We're starving. We never had lunch today. It's very cold, but we're here now, so we're gonna go.
I've driven by for ages. Streetlights shine on this life I've built. This old town never changes. I dig my heels into this dirt I love. I know that all I have is more than enough. These are the best days of my life.
If that were a long hike, it would be a very hard hike. It's not real long, 1.6 miles, but it is a lot of elevation changes, up, down, and very, very rough terrain. Lots of tree trunks and roots. It's what makes it so cool. But if you're slow to hike, give yourself a lot of time to do it, take breaks, and if you have any mobility challenges, this is not an appropriate hike. It's beautiful. And the forest here is gorgeous. I kind of wish we'd done this one before we went down to Hoh. Had a little more gas in our tanks because we were so dragging. But I am glad we did it.
We all know I like to give Jim a hard time because whenever we're in a hurry or we're extremely tired, he feels the need to jump into socialization. And
So what happened just now on the trail,
I
Amy?
started it. I did. The ladies in front of us on the trail, I was reading the back of her shirt, and it had a barbecue restaurant in North Carolina. So naturally, even though prior to seeing this t-shirt, we're racing to get back to the truck. The dogs are tired. We're tired. Everybody's hungry. But they might be from North Carolina. So I asked them if they were. They were not. However, Jim's favorite subject matter, barbecue, came up.
You brought it up.
Well, the t-shirt said a barbecue restaurant in North Carolina. I didn't know this was going to take another 20 minutes. They were such nice women, though. I'm happy we talked to them. But this is the day that will not end. As of right now, we have been gone from our campsite for 9.5 hours, which is why we have the dogs with us. That's way too long to leave your dogs behind. The weather here is in the 60s today, so they were fine in the truck. Dogs are not allowed on the trails in Olympic National Park.
Really?
We've seen two. But there's plenty of places at the trailheads and parking lots to walk them and give them stretches, so their day's not been that bad. But now they, like us, are starving.
All right, so I guess we all saw there all that we needed to see in Olympic. This
It's all
place
we
is
have
so
time
big.
for.
Exactly. You could be here a week and not get it all done.
In theory, you absolutely could spend 2.5 full days in the Sol Duc campground and be able to go explore all the Hoh Rainforest, the Sol Duc waterfall, and Hurricane Ridge. We missed out on Hurricane Ridge because A, we didn't account for how tired we were going to be when we got here. We were too tired to get up and go. But B, there were road closures. So Olympic, much like a Glacier or Yellowstone or some of your larger national parks, you're really going to want to make use of their road conditions, which are often updated on their websites, but they usually have a phone number you can call as well. And give yourself some space and time to just take it in. We've really enjoyed being at Olympic. We always knew we were only going to be here for 2.5 days because we're headed on down the road for a fishing charter. And we're excited about that. And you know, as always, we're going to take you along. We read the news while we're gone. We don't see television. We read the news. We know how hot it's been. What we didn't anticipate is that we were going to hit Oregon exactly when a heat wave set in. As in, we have gone from most of the summer in the lower comfortable 70s to, hi, it's 106 degrees.
I'm right where I belong. I'm right where I belong. When tomorrow comes, I know there's nothing I'll be waiting for. I dig my heels into this dirt.